Hey everyone, this is Akia from December's Divine. Welcome to your look through the peephole. Today we're doing a reading for the karmic, okay? A look through the peephole designed to give you a first-hand look into what's going on within the karmic situation. This is a mini intuitive energy reading. Okay, it's a 3-card reading where we're going to kind of touch into what's actually happening. Remember, this is energy. Okay, this reading may not resonate with every karmic situation. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and don't get caught up on the genders. It's definitely masculine and feminine energies that we're dealing with here. I do call out signs. Be mindful that any person can embody the characteristics of any sign, but it really does help one narrate and bring down the energies to their specific storyline. Okay, so that being said, overall energy for the karmics. Okay, we have the devil here in reverse, Capricorn energy, along with the 9 of Wands. Okay, and so a lot of fire, a lot of details have went into these karmics. They have been persistent. They have been courageous. They have been determined, okay, and hopeful in their attempts to control. They have built traps. They have done black magic. They have interfered in other people's life and relationships. They have attempted to interfere in the divine feminine and the divine masculine's destiny and fate. Okay, but oh, what a tangled web we weave when we conspire to deceive, because it looks as though there are a lot of karmics who are almost feeling defeated. Their black magic, their spells are being lifted. Their black magic isn't working on the divine feminine, and a lot of these karmics are going through divine judgment. Hopefully, this divine judgment will be the catalyst to some type of change or renewal of one's character, of one's actions, choices, a different direction and paths. But what I'm getting is that these karmics are just retreating. They're dealing with karma. They're dealing with judgment. They are wanting some type of relief. I'm getting that some karmics are attempting to detach from the divine masculine, or already have detached from the divine masculine, or these karmics are, because with the devil energy here, okay, that energy of possessiveness, of obsession, of addictions and codependency is still there, but I'm getting that there are a lot of a dynamic where there are karmics who want the divine masculine if they're already separated from the divine masculine, because a lot of divine masculines have walked away from karmic situations, and vice versa, because they were just too destructive. There has been contracts and dark bondages between the karmic and the divine masculine. So there is just this energy of just complete toxic behaviors. One can't control the other can't control the other. They both want control, they both want to leave. It's just a 3-ring circus. So if there are some karmics who are not with the divine masculine, they do want them. They're still doing, they have been all the while apart, doing very, very dark things, moon manipulations. We have the pentagram here, so lots of spell work and things of that nature to try to trap the divine masculine, to try to do mind control, anything of that nature. So there is this energy of wanting to pretend to have changed, pretend to have at least released their addictions and their codependency, that they're independent and they are detached and they don't care, but really they're just trapped in the makings of their own deceit, their own manipulation, and they're dealing with karma, and they're almost trapped in their own darkness. Okay, anything that they try to project onto the divine feminine, in terms of trying to steal their light codes, of doing manipulative spells on them, they have received their karma, and they're going through that, and they're trapped, okay, in their mind, and they're blocked, okay, from light. So that's what's overall going on with the karmics right now. And let's kind of draw a overall oracle for them. One card represents the karmics, please. The Skull of Darkness. The Skull of Darkness. Blind spots. We may not wish to dwell there. The shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet when we search, we reveal, and our power, it has grown. Speaking on shadow work, things being done in the dark. Seeking you shall find. Blind spots, like I said, pretending to have changed, pretending to have released themselves from addictions and codependency, just being trapped in their own dark spells, taking away other people's free will, just being very, very persistent, but no, none of it's working. Paying psychics, paying, people to do spell manipulation of the divine counterparts, etc. None of it's working. So they're going through divine judgment, and they're kind of trapped in their own hell. So all they have left is to try to hold on to their sense of control in order to suck back the divine masculine into a karmic cycle, and then they will have gained some type of control, which will in turn give them some type of diabolical insane type of control, I guess. The beautiful and mysterious Skull of Darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. We may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied or being so different, yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful? Additionally, all of us at some stage of life have certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is the repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing the work and recovering our blind spot, or even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. So this definitely speaks of some type of mental instability, emotional instability, I think I put this in like the Taurus reading about doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity, or at least Einstein's definition of insanity. But insanity definitely speaks of, this also speaks on the fact of just like a lot of the karmics, trying to steal the divine feminine's light codes, or emulating them, or trying to betray this sense of well-being, but really there's a lot going on below the surface. And this is all about repeating patterns and breaking cycles, and how these karmics are not learning from their actions and it's, you know, repeated attempts at roaming in the dark spaces, and attacks against the divine counterparts and light beings, etc. And they just won't stop, and they won't learn. And it's just almost insanity, and it really is a blind spot that, if not addressed, will be completely gone. There just won't be any blind spot. There'll just be complete darkness. So hopefully that at some point, something will be a catalyst for change, to move these karmics into the right direction, into a path of enlightenment, and hopefully resolving karma, no matter how many lifetimes it takes, but starting that process of resolving karma and moving forward. Okay. Now, we're going to just jump into the energy of the cards that were drawn for the karmics, okay? So, we have the Six of Swords. So, Aquarian energy, or air, but this is the energy of the karmics building a trap for themselves. And this could even be mind control or some type of spell work on the divine masculine, or just trying to detach from or belittle their roles in any type of lower vibrational work, but trying to detach themselves from a situation, or letting the divine masculine believe that they've detached themselves from addictions or, you know, obsessions, etc., and wanting to move forward. Possibly this is karmics trying to plan a getaway or some type of retreat where they can be alone with the divine masculine, where they could find solutions to their problems, where they could be secure, and we could really like build and communicate and move past all of the hell that I put you through, that you put me through. Hopefully we can, you know, break the binds of this contract, or this demonic contract that we're in, and, you know, we can actually, you know, change and move forward and really get over this. This could also be karmics who are in new relationships with other masculines, trying to, like I said, break away from this contract, break away from all of the hell that was caused between them and the divine masculine, this toxicity, and they're trying to detach from it, like truly, and that will be positive, I guess, and they're moving on, but it's only because they are dealing with discomfort and they feel trapped, and they could possibly be moving on, and wanting to move away from this unfavorable situation to something new, which could possibly just lead to the Seven of Swords, more trickery if the work hasn't been done, if there hasn't been any true work to heal, to balance, or to absolve their karma. And the second card the karmics got was the Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of truth coming out. There's a lot of clarity being received. This could also be truth coming out online, battles between the karmic and the divine masculine, truth about their secrets, their lifestyle, whatever obsessive things that were done in the dark, addictions, etc. Truth is coming out. A lot of clarity. The karmics are really focused on possibly moving past some type of insecurities, or they're also really focused on gaining victory, possibly in a new relationship, or trying to escape the truth of what has happened in the past with the Divine Masculine. And the last card that they got was the Page of Swords. So there's definitely some spying going on. This person is kind of creeping behind the door with an axe. So there is definitely some type of investigation going on with the Karmics. This could definitely be like a legal investigation, something going on within a company, at work, something coming out about someone trying to escape some type of judgment. Okay, but we have Libra energy here with Aquarius, definitely air energy for sure. All the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Sag, we also have Capricorn. But there could definitely be some truth coming out about a child, an air sign child, or any child in general. There is a curiosity here, possibly about a new relationship. Yeah, lots of spying, lots of stalking. If there's a Divine Masculine watching this video, if you put a karmic out of your home, you know, definitely have your home in surrounding areas, you know, checked before you enter and leave your car. There definitely could be karmics or divine masculines who have each other blocked on social media because of a bunch of information coming out about all kinds of secrets. Okay, so lots of stalking and spying. And there's still some obsession here under the surface. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. So a lot of karmics are extremely bored. Okay, some of them are mentally unstable. Like I said, all of the manipulation, spell work, and mind control, moon manipulation, sex magic, whatever they have been engrossed in, they have become trapped by it. They're in divine judgment. They're getting their karma threefold, and they're trying to detach from it, but there's a lot of mental and emotional instability with the karmics. And if their divine masculines are still with them, then they're using this emotional and mental instability to keep the divine masculine, you know, on their string. You know, a lot of blackmail about money, about dark secrets, about the past, about children, about what they'll do to themselves, that kind of thing. So the divine masculines are kind of there, like under some type of mind control, just kind of lost in oblivion about what to do, probably wanting to leave but can't, and kind of wanting to stay because they have also done black magic on the karmic, so they don't really know what to do. They're just like, I can't stand it here. Why am I here? But that bee isn't going to, like, you know, leave because I'm in control. So it's just like a whole slew of mess. But the karmic is, like, you can see, like, kind of dead, and the divine masculine knows it. He's sleeping with like an empty shell, but is like, you know, okay. But a lot of like mental and emotional instability, depression, anxiety, and yeah, it's a lot. But on the bottom of the other deck, we have the Three of Swords. So there's definitely have been some endings. Okay, someone's been rejected, someone's been left. There's definitely, you know, heartbreak here somewhere. A lot of divine masculines are focused on trying to win some sort of, or come back, or change, awaken to move toward the divine feminine. Divine feminines are rejecting the divine masculines because they're moving forward on their path and purpose, actually having done the work. Karmics are becoming, are some type of doppelgangers for the divine feminine, trying to steal divine feminine's light, trying to portray the divine feminine, but the divine masculine can see clearly through this, that they're not divine feminine. Aside from the divine feminine, there's other people involved in these relationships, okay? Lots of betrayal, lots of deception on both parts, divine masculine and the karmic, multiple partners, a lot of heartbreak. The karmics could be dealing with some type of actual loss or a death in the family, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of deception here, a lot of grief, a lot of instability. What is the Six of Swords for the karmics? A look through the peephole. What is the Six of Swords? Yeah, so we definitely have, Virgo energy here with Aquarian energy. So the karmics could be an earth or air sign, Aquarius or Virgo, but there's definitely a lot of hard work going into trying to move forward, definitely trying to build or concentrate on or focus on moving away from this karma, moving away from all the chaos that has been built in this situation, the toxicity. Like I said, there are multiple men involved here. There are some karmics who are still in this with the divine masculine, but are also focused on building something with someone else. If this is not those karmics who are dealing with multiple people, men, masculine and feminine energies, then there are some karmics who really are focused on trying to move away from the chaos that they've created, but not really actually absolving their karma or doing the work, just trying to escape it. But you just can't, escape divine justice. But that's what is happening there. Yeah, but it's not happening quick enough for the karmics because there's a lot of frustration and ego and rage and anger. Six of Wands, okay? Karmic could be a Leo. It's not happening fast enough. They're very frustrated. They're very resentful of, how the divine feminine was able to build their businesses and their creative projects and move away and stand in their power. And they're wanting to implement this, but it's not happening fast enough. There's a lot of resentment, and they don't understand that they are dealing with the exact result of what they have put out into the universe. What is the Ace of Swords? Look through the peephole. So there's definitely some clarity coming in about a masculine water sign, okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or there's some truth coming in about the karmic moving on or making some type of offer or trying to move away from the toxicity and build something new and advance and be more fulfilled, and they're inspired to heal, to move away from the toxic environment that they co-created with the divine masculine. There's truth coming out about things that have happened, but the karmics are really focused on wanting to, move on, escape their own torment, they want to advance. They want to advance, or they definitely want to advance toward a new partnership or something that they perceive is less painful. But we all have to deal with our karma. And if this is what you put out into the universe, you can move toward advancing toward resolving your karma, but it's not like an escape. It's not an escape. You have to do the work, and you have to address your shadow aspects of yourself and truly step into the truth to heal. But this definitely could speak of truth the karmics are putting out to keep the divine masculine from advancing, from healing, from moving toward the truth. And that could include more black magic, more spell work. That goes back to the oracle from the beginning about repeating the same cycles. This could also be, like I said, the karmics wanting to present this image of detaching from their obsessions and from their past so that they can have a true new beginning with the divine masculine. But there being some type of bad intentions here, or another cycle is going to be repeated, just trying to pull the divine masculine back into a karmic cycle to regain control of the situation. And lastly, what is the Page of Swords? To clarify the Page of Swords, we have the King of Swords, okay? So we definitely have the karmics. Definitely spying, looking into someone who is very much in control. This could be the divine feminine. This could be the divine masculine who has walked away, stepped into their power. And the karmics are curious and are really doing anything they can do to kind of look into what's going on, including stalking, including some really deranged behavior. The karmics don't want a transformation for the divine masculine. So this image of the person with the axe, creeping out, watching this masculine energy stand in their power, using their intellect, making decisive decisions, is the karmic's karma. And the karmics are doing whatever they can do to try to stop this. Or this could definitely be another masculine energy that the karmics are focused on. It looks like a lot of the karmics are dealing with a lot of karma, focused on a new beginning, or some type of escapism or denial of their past, trying to move away from their own karma. A lot of them are focused on a new beginning, possibly without doing the work with the divine masculine or with multiple other masculine energies. There's a lot of truth coming out, okay? And about the past. It looks like there's just a lot of karma. There could be some mistruths or falsities around detaching from a situation that they're not truly detached from because they are bound to it. But there is truth coming out. There are some divine masculines who have rejected and walked away from these karmics. And that's why there is this truth that's coming out to try to stop this advancement, to try to prevent this healing. This could also be some karmics trying to truly, after many, many failed attempts, heal and move forward from this toxicity. But I look through the peephole. Clarity, truth coming out, karmics wanting victory over a situation, a lot of toxicity, a lot of spell work and mind manipulation and control here to trap and to hinder the free will of the divine counterparts. A lot of karma being dealt with in terms of becoming a victim of their own actions. There is this energy of wanting to move forward, of wanting to change, presenting this image to the divine masculine in order to bring back a cycle, a lot of stalking, a lot of spying, a lot of truth coming out online. I do feel that there are divine masculines and karmics who definitely are kind of trapped and bound to their own darkness and contracts and spells that they have done and created on each other and the divine feminine. So there's truth coming out about that. There's a lot of spying online because of blockages. There is healing that is wanted, and whether it's from the divine masculine toward the divine feminine or the karmics toward other masculine energies. But there is a focus, you know, on really trying to move forward, whether that's towards something new that they're building, whether that's toward new quarters, new masculine energies, new relationships, or whether that's just a lot of spying and truth coming out to prevent the divine masculine from moving forward, standing in their power, or presenting some type of healing or inspiration toward the divine feminine. But there's a lot of rejection on all parts here between the karmic and the divine masculine. The karmics have plans, okay? They're working creatively to try to bring the divine masculine back into a cycle to regain control. A lot of manipulation in terms of their mental and emotional instability, blackmail to keep the divine masculine coming back or in guilt or shame. But ultimately, the karmics like to be in control, whether this is their energy moving forward to heal with new partners, or maybe changing their ways, or this is them not wanting the divine masculine to be in this energy. Therefore, they are stalking, spying, obsessed with doing whatever it takes to remain in control and to break free of this karma and the tangled webs that they have weaved in this toxic situation. So this is your look through the peephole at the karmic situation. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and be encouraged and keep your vibrations high. Thank you guys so much. Bye.